Hey, what's up, jelly beans? It's me, Megan Kerstetter, and welcome to my art channel. Today I am going to be doing a piece for Mother's Day for my mom because, well, the holiday is this Sunday and I love my mom. So this illustration is based on more of a storybook style. I wanted it to stay very sketchy and rough and just like something you would see in a children's book. I actually was on Twitter recently, and I saw some of Tony Ditcherlizzi's artwork had been put in the in the Norman Rockwell Museum of Art. I think that's how you say it. And that guy, Norman Rockwell, yes, but Tony Ditcherlizzi, he totally inspired me a lot as when I was younger, and I just really love his art style, and it super influenced me while working on this. So I decided I need to draw a fairy, and I need to make it look like it's kind of in watercolor or something like that. Just really rough and pretty. Like, his stuff is a little more put together than what this is, but I wanted kind of the nature of what he does to influence the way I was going to work on this. So anyway, you can see I'm trying to work on that rose, which was so hard. I kept on trying to find references for roses, but I could never get it just exactly the way I wanted it to be, which is pretty important considering the rose in the picture is actually there because when I was born, my mother ended up getting a rose from the hospital because my birthday is right next to Mother's Day, or it lands on Mother's Day. So yeah, this year my birthday lands on Mother's Day, and I kind of wanted to do a little nod to the fact that my mom became a mom because she had me. And I know it sounds really cheesy and corny, but I think it's really important, and I wanted to just kind of revisit that moment, although I don't remember it. I was a baby, but I thought my mom would think it's really cute. And of course, I had to add my little flair in there with the fairy action because I like fairies a lot. And I really wanted to make this young kind of baby looking fairy in there to signify sort of like childhood, because mothers become mothers because they have children, and that was just kind of the influence that I had there. Let's see, what else about this? I tried to make this fairy extremely like childlike by giving her the cute little puffy pants. It actually reminds me of Pink Diamond from Steven Universe, so I think that kind of influenced me in there. I actually made this character, even though she's like got this youngness, this youth about her, she's got like this spindly form, and I definitely know that was influenced by Tony Ditcherlizzi's artwork. It's very hard to say his name. I'm probably saying it wrong, but anyway, his characters always have kind of like these long limbs and knobby knees, but they're really, really fun to look at, and I wanted to capture that here. I tried to put in some props for this picture, but ended up erasing them because I just wasn't feeling it. I tried to add some flowers, and I just really wanted to keep this very, very simple. Another thing that I think must have influenced this, or it sure seems to now that I am looking back on how this image is being made. I don't know if anyone's ever seen or read the Tinkerbell series of books that were made. They were made way back, but then the show came out. The movies, the Tinkerbell movies, they're based off of that world, and the illustrations in that in the books look a lot like or at least feel similar to what I'm doing here. And I like that because I thought that style was really pretty. I actually I got that book, one of the books for my sister when she was younger, and I just always liked looking at the pictures. I think it's sitting on my bookshelf actually because she doesn't have it. So, oops, sorry, Kay. Anyway, let's see. Just trying to keep the artwork kind of symmetrical, while there's kind of this asymmetricalness and this F and this S curve kind of with the flower and the little fairy, but I tried really hard to make it so that she looked correct on both sides. I have a hard time drawing symmetrically without the symmetry tool, but I've noticed if you use the symmetry tool for too much, then things can start to get a little bland. I think it's good though if you do have something that is straightforward, if you use it as a base and then go over that base, if that makes sense. So do a rough sketch and then take the symmetry tool, turn it off, and then go over it with like an ink brush or something. But that's not what we're doing here. That's just me going on a tangent because I can. Let's see. Finally, I decided I was just going to add some little wisps of grass behind her because I wanted this fairy to be the focal point. She's the most important part of this image. And now here comes the color. And let me tell you how many times I tried to color this. It was a lot because I was desperate to make this good because it's for my mom and I wanted it to be perfect. And maybe I should have thought of that a little more before trying to work in this much more traditional-esque looking style than what I usually do, because I was not prepared for the challenge it gave me. Also, I was having this very interesting time trying to figure out if I wanted a light character on a dark background or a dark character on a light background. And I kept on switching it over and over and over again, and it literally drove me crazy because I couldn't seem to make the fairy pop out and make the grass recede back until the end, at which point I did decide to go lighter with the grass, like way lighter, and have that fairy just stick out a lot more. And yeah, you can see right now I'm working in Photoshop. I am using some brushes that I used to use a lot when I was actually in college. I mostly work in Clip Studio Paint now, so I'm not as used to using the Photoshop brushes anymore. They also don't blend as well as the Clip Studio Paint brushes, I've noticed, at least not the way that I use them. So I was kind of getting frustrated with the way it was coming out. It just didn't have the right feel for me. So I ended up actually moving into Clip Studio Paint. And here you can see the lightened up image. I was really trying to get her to pop out. I wanted this to be a very pastel kind of piece. One reason was because my mom is very much into that kind of artwork. She actually really liked the Easter image that I did, and I just wanted this to be very sweet and fluffy and just cute. So using a really light and kind of fluffy palette, can color be fluffy? Yeah, sure. Anyway, I just wanted to embrace that childish sort of and fanciful nature in this picture. Here's another attempt at trying to color this image in. I was just being extremely hard-headed and stubborn about, I want this to be perfect because it's for Mom. I actually brought that up to her and said, Mom, I don't know if I can make this as good as I want it to be because I want it to be perfect for you. But of course, she's a good mom, and she was like, anything you do, I'm going to like. And I'm like, but I want to like it too. In the end, though, she helped me get through the over perfectionism kind of ness that I was having for it, and just embracing the finished product that I had. Although I couldn't actually show it to her. She won't be seeing this until Friday when it's posted, or she'll wait until Mother's Day. I hope she just watches it on Friday. We'll see. Anyway, now I'm in Clip Studio Paint. I'm using brushes that I am currently more familiar with. I am trying to keep things light and floaty, and also trying to get this little fairy's face to pop out, keeping it the most saturated and lightest on this image. So even though my background is really light so that my darker character is popping out more than the grass behind her, I still have this darker hair framing her face. It's not dark, but it's darker than the light and the skin on her face, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I think I achieved that pretty well. I'd say my favorite part of this image is probably the expression on the little fairy's face. It's just really cute and innocent, and it kind of gives this feeling of how I feel when I hear the story about my mom coming home with me and there being a rose with me and my baby blanket, and it's just really cute. And I wanted to remind her of that because cute things are good for you. I just want to thank you, Mom, for always being so supportive, for being there through all the rough times, when I'm having good times, and all those little times in between. So, yeah, we are very close, and I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful Mother's Day, and we'll celebrate my birthday, too. And it'll be awesome, because we'll be together. I hope that everyone who is watching this video has a good Mother's Day weekend. I hope that you enjoy the time celebrating your mother or the mother-like figures in your lives. They're really important. They are this gentle strength that they just bring this good hope to the people around them. And it's good that they have a day every year to know how much we appreciate them. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I enjoyed making it for you guys, and you're awesome, and I can't wait to see you later. Bye.